Hi, Brinlee. How are you?
Oh,
Sorry. I mean, Brinlee. Sorry. How are you?
oh, good in you, Sid. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me on your page.
You're most welcome, and it's a nice sunny day in Durban. So please tell me the journey of Afrirollxscapes.
hmm well, the journey I started last year. I pretty much run one camp a year. So it's in line with a sport that we do, which is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's actually
Oh,
a martial art. So if you know our famous Dricus Duplessis with your MMA, he definitely incorporates Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in his work, which is all the groundwork. It's all the boring stuff, people say, but it's the stuff that works. And we have a martial art called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I started in probably 2022 June, the sport, and I got injured in 2023, where I had to have a knee surgery and followed with another knee surgery. Um, and because I got injured, I just had a lot of time on my hands because um, I didn't really, I couldn't go to class and learn. So it just got me thinking. I went to one of these camps in Thailand where
mm-hmm.
it was females only. You arrive there, you have an international instructor, or as you say, in any type of sport, you've got your pros. And the pro comes and they teach you their famous trick or basics or whatever it is, just like little tweaks to make your game better. And I went to one of these camps and it was like a full retreat. And I was like, this would be so cool to have in South Africa. I mean, it is one of the most beautiful places in the world. And I don't think people know enough about it. So that's why I decided to start Afrirollxscapes. So my first one was last year, beginning of December.
Mm-hmm.
And it went off really well. I brought in two female athletes. The one, her name is Fionn Davies. They're black belt for 6 years. She's multiple world champion. And she came through, and her friend, well, one of my friends as well, who actually met when I went to Thailand, her name's Rosa Welsh, and she was super game and came here, and she's also up there, black belts, competing at highest level. So they came and they taught at my first camp and went off really well. So that's been my journey so far. I've got another camp this year. It's going to be similar time, end of November, beginning of December is when it ends. And yeah, so I'm trying to keep the ball rolling. One camp a year. Hopefully, it can get to two camps a year and progress to more. But yeah, so that's my journey over Afriroll.
Who are the people that you look up to in the space that you're in?
So starting off my own business, I must say, just in general, business owners and small business owners themselves, when everybody puts out there how it's not easy,
Mm-hmm.
I'm now firsthand experiencing it. It's not an easy job. Big risks you have to take. And I really say it takes a lot of guts for people to do that. And it takes a lot of guts to carry on doing it, because eventually down the line, you can either give up and you get to a crossroad where it's either going to make it or it's going to break it. So I must say, business owners in general, small, big, whatever it is, startup companies, I really look up to them.
Okay.
And I must say, the athletes in the sport that I bring through, they're very inspiring. So to see how much dedication and effort they put into their sports themselves, it's very inspiring.
No, but is there like not one particular name of a person you look up to, or you just look up to people in general that are in those industries?
I would say in general for the business owners, but
Okay.
when I say I look up to athletes, it must be my first athletes that came, Fionn Davies and Rosa Walsh. I look up to
Okay.
them immensely. I mean, the way they carry their brand as an athlete in itself is just brilliant.
Okay. What have been your highlights thus far?
I would say my highlights was my first camp, definitely.
Okay.
Getting just people seeing the vision that I had and, taking a chance on coming on a camp that has never run before, investing that money into it, was probably my highlight, was that I had a great support team. There was quite a few of my friends that joined the first one, and just having those people back me, and actually come and live my dream, was really, really great. And the fact that I had such great reviews from my first camp.
Okay.
So I think that's my highlights, and just making the space that I envisioned happen. And it actually all came to light. That was my biggest highlight.
Any lowlights?
There's definitely lowlights in starting a business. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a whole year that I wait to see if I'm gonna fill a camp. Putting out money, booking accommodation for 20 people, and hoping I can fill the spots is very, very stressful for me. I must say that's the biggest low light for me. Nothing that happened on the camp is a low light. Everything was great. But yeah, I think the stress of that financial stress leading up to a camp is and trying to get that space booked is probably my most difficult part. It's not so smooth sailing as people would say.
Okay. What are your plans for the rest of this year and beyond?
So my plans this year is just to fill up my camp for the end of the year. Try and get more internationals on. So yeah, it's pretty much just putting all the plans into place, making sure everything is going to be ready and run smoothly, getting brands on board that want to put in products. Yeah, so that's definitely the plans for this year, just to have the camp run as smooth as possible.
Okay. Any word of inspiration for people that may be interested in the industry that you're in?
Whoa, words of inspiration. I would say if anybody wants to be in my role, it's just my words of inspiration is don't give up. It's a scary challenge. It really is. Make sure that your marketing is your key thing for whatever camp you're going to do. Pushing out as much information as you can. Just not giving up is probably the biggest thing. For anyone that's wanting to join the camp, my words of inspiration is live life to the fullest. You only live once. If you love a sport as much as you do, come join a camp like this. It's really once in a lifetime experience to meet your heroes and to learn from your heroes that you see on TV, and to not disregard our beautiful country, even if you live here, because yes, we take it for advantage. That we can go to Dino King Game Reserve whenever we want, but do you? This is the perfect opportunity to go do those things that you wanted to do, to tick off your bucket list, to learn from the best. And it's here in your front doorstep. You can do it. And I'm here giving the means for you to come and join us.
Okay. Well, I gotta say that thanks so much for your time, and hope to catch up again with you soon in the future.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sid. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome.
Cheers. Bye.